Welcome to People Want to Know, an immigration segment where we take your social media questions and Attorney Jessica Dominguez answers them. Thank you for being with us, Attorney Jessica Dominguez, week after week to answer these immigration questions that are sent to you on social media.
It is my pleasure to be here with you every week. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Absolute pleasure. This week we received a question from Maritza on Facebook, and she writes, "We've heard that immigration is trying to locate my husband. What can we do if they come to our house to detain him?"
JP, this is a really good question. Many people think that because they're in the country without a legal status that they do not have any rights. They do have rights. Even if you don't have a legal status, even if you're undocumented, you have constitutional rights, and you must know them in order to be able to protect the future of you and your family in this country.
Attorney, can you offer us some examples or tips to help us learn more about our rights in case any of our family members are in this situation ever?
Well, if they find themselves in this situation, the first advice I would have for them is for them not to open the door.
So that would be tip number one.
Yes.
Don't open the door.
Why? Because tip number two, you must ask for a warrant. The ICE officers would have to pass a copy of the warrant under the door to prove to you that they're looking for a specific person and why is it that they're looking for this person.
Sometimes they tell you they're actually looking for somebody else and they are actually not. They're just there to see if they could find anyone in general.
Really good point. That is the reason that you should be asking them to give you a copy of the warrant in order for you to find out exactly what they're looking for.
Well, great. Thank you for that information. Let's move on to tip number 3.
If you found yourselves in a situation where you're actually detained, you have the right to remain silent. Remember, any information that you give to the authorities is going to be used against you. And also remember, if they're asking you questions, that means that they don't have information to use against you, and you don't have to provide them with any in order to protect your future here in the United States.
Great. Let's move on to recommendation number 4.
Ask to make your phone call. Call a relative, call your attorney, call someone. If you can't afford an attorney, call your consulate. Ask to speak to someone from your consulate that can help you understand your rights.
Great. And last but not least, recommendation number 5.
Please do not sign any document that you don't understand, because you may be signing a voluntary departure from the country without knowing it. Don't sign any documents until someone has explained to you exactly what you're signing.
In your experience, do you feel that they put a lot of pressure on them to do that?
The stories that we hear from a lot of people that are detained, the answer would be yes. As a matter of fact, there is a lawsuit that was recently filed by ACLU against ICE and CBP and Customs and Border Patrol, specifically for that reason, because they have obtained a lot of different testimonies from people that signed a voluntary departure because they were pressured into doing so by hearing some information that unfortunately is false, such as if you don't sign your voluntary departure, you're not going to be able to see your family members for 6 months, and so on and so on.
Well, thank you for that information. Thank you for the 5 tips that you did give if you ever are detained and what rights you do have. I think it's very valuable information that we all know our rights and that we all have knowledge of what we can do if we ever are in this situation.
Yes, JP, absolutely. Please let me just repeat this. Even if you don't have documents, if you don't have a legal status, you do have rights in the United States.
Great. Thank you, Attorney Jessica Dominguez, for joining me. Thank you all for being here week after week. And we'll see you all next week on People Want to Know.
Wait. Don't go anywhere.
Please subscribe to the left
and watch our videos below.